All right, thank you, D.A. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at the Celtics, right there in 5th position, middle of the pack in the conference. And checking out Detroit, down 5 spots from them.
And checking out Detroit, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
I thought this might happen. Confidence can take you a long way, but you also have to have the talent to back it up.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. And it's Brown in at the 1. And for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point. Now Brown. Tice finds Brown. Outside, Walker from deep. Rebound by the Pistons. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So you know each game they play will hold a lot of importance to both teams. Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized 4.
And so it's Walker with it who brings it up for the Celtics. And the defensive impact that Andre Drummond can have on the floor is a major factor.
Well, you know that Drummond is going to do the work of 3 players on the glass, but he's also been a solid rim protector who makes up for his height with great timing and reach.
Now here's Brown, following the miss by Kemba Walker. Back to Griffin. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. The Pistons rebound. Kennard. Great look, but off the mark.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Tatum's shot is off.
3 straight misses to begin this contest and already starting to look frustrated.
And it's blocked by Brown, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Griffin.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
The Celtics have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Boston, no good that time either.
Oh my God, they can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scorers.
Brown finds Tatum. The pass to Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls it up. And it's Brown missing.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Knocked away. Stolen by Walker. Here's Tatum, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
You got to avoid fouling Tatum in those situations. He's very clever at getting the defense to kind of bite when he attacks.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
The first one falls.
Well, the Pistons, one of the more successful franchises in NBA history. 3 titles and many other trips to the NBA Finals. Only a handful of franchises can say that.
No good on the second free throw. And Smitty, you were talking about the Pistons, a history of success, of championships. But the last 10 years have been difficult.
Pistons have struggled the last decade. You're so right, Kevin. But this team has a track record of not staying down for long. Detroit doing what they can to return to championship contention.
So the Celtics call timeout, their first.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Now, here's Tice. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. 6 to shoot. Unloads from 13. Tatum with another miss.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Griffin passes to Snell. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Walker.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now here's Griffin. The feed now to Brown. And he converts the layup.
You know, Blake Griffin, he gives you a little bit of everything offensively. Terrific court awareness.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Brown. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Brown. 6 points for Blake Griffin.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Shots good by Walker.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Here's Snell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The dish to Griffin. Just 5 on the clock. No good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
You know what, though? Not only did they get to the free throw line a lot, but they converted at a high clip.
Their mindset was really to get to the stripe, and they accomplished just that.
Now Griffin. After Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. No basket. Missed number 5 out of his 8 shots.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Now here's Brown. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto. Griffin draws the double. The kick out to Brown. Here's Kennard. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker. Kennard with the rebound. Pistons leading by 3. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
So gifted. Drummond soars through the air, then explodes on the finish.
Unloads from 13. He gets that one.
Terrific use of his body to open up space on the inside.
Brown with it. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Passes it to Kennard. And it's off from 3-point range.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Hayward. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Brown. Now Griffin. Looking to get it going. Pass to Kennard. 3-pointer. That shot misses. And the Celtics going the other way now.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. It's a 3-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Reason why, that opens up driving lanes, makes it dangerous for teams to W in the post. The offense becomes more dynamic.
Walker the pass to Tatum. Now, here's Tice. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Left side, Brown. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
People wondered how happy Blake Griffin would be after being traded from LA to Detroit a few years back. He has completely embraced the city, and Motown loves him back as well, quickly becoming a fan favorite.
That's good from Blake Griffin. And with Griffin, he's also embraced Detroit's situation, trying to build a contender.
Griffin said he feels like he's a part of building something special here in Detroit. You have to admire how quickly Blake has gone all in for the Pistons franchise.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Both free throws good from Griffin.
Despite all the injuries, Griffin was given the big contract. That kind of thing is a guessing game, but with high stakes.
Now, here's Cantor. Wanamaker looking over the floor. Count it from 12.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Drummond working against Cantor. Tries again. It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And the Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, we see a lot of big men creating offense, Smitty. Who's on your list for perhaps the best outlet passer in the game right now?
Let's start off. I would say Kevin Love is one of those guys who still is, I think, the best outlet passer as a big. Jokic, also Blake Griffin, some of those guys can really pass. DeMarcus Cousins, those are some of the bigs that have great outlet passes.
And he makes the first. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Rose attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Pistons lead by 7.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Edwards passes to Cantor. Now here's Williams. Now the pass to Edwards. Hits it from 3-point range. Edwards got 5.
That's a shot the defense looked like it was willing to give up. Big mistake.
Here's Rose. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Derek is just exceptional in the paint. A gifted scorer amongst the trees.
Celtics trail by 6. Wanamaker the pass to Cantor. Outside Williams. Here's Edwards. And again, it's Boston converting. Detroit's gone 0-4 from 3-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Rose passes to Galloway. Outside Rose. Takes the 13-footer. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
And here's a look at some numbers for Wanamaker. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
Boston's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Edwards passes to Cantor. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Morris.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Can't cash in from close range. Celtics trail by 4. Pass to Edwards. 1:57 left to play in the first quarter. Good work defensively by Morris.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Wood. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Rose attacking, and Cantor pulls it down.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
And the shot is good. Pistons shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Morris outside to the left side wing. And here is Doumbouya. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot clock at 3. That doesn't go either for Rose. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics. Trailing by 2. They get it back. Edwards. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Clearly a foul.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
An 85% shooter there, and they've been able to count on him hitting his shots from the line.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, the Pistons are starting to embrace the deep ball. First year under Coach Casey, they shot many more threes, went from middle of the pack in 2018 to 6th overall last year.
Tim Frazier's checked in for Langston Galloway. And it's tied up with that one. 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Edwards against Rose. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Boston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Pass to Wanamaker. Cantor with it. Back to Wanamaker. From past the arc. Rebound, Detroit. Rose looking around. From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. Right back after this break. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my morning workouts and really recruited me at Butler and was kind of the first guy that I think believed in me that I could make it to the next level.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Some people might feel they got some hometown calls, but when your team is pushing the action, you often get the benefit of the doubt.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Derrick Rose is out there with Frazier. Then there's Doumbouya. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Wood in at power forward. And the first one drops. Well, this term load management now is something you hear about, read about all the time, Steve. Do you think we'll ever see the regular season shortened by a few games?
You know, Commissioner Silver has talked about it, and it's been thrown around 75 games. I will say the NBA has done a fantastic job, along with the Players Association. There's longer off seasons. I mean, and there are also longer time throughout the All-Star games, and it's not as many back-to-backs.
That puts them in the lead. Cantor's got the lead up to 1 now for Boston.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And it's Doomboya in the corner. Here's Morris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Enes Kanter. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
And he knocks down the first one. And Morris drops them both. And the Celtics with possession here. They trail by 1. Wanamaker the pass to Kanter. Now Williams. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Kanter. Back to Wanamaker. Clock at 4. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Celtics lead by 2. Pistons shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. There's the pass to Frazier. Six on the shot clock. The shot. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Passes to Ojala. Puts up a 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Rose against Edwards. Wood passes to Morris. Back to Wood. Williams with the block. And they're able to recover. And they get it back. Celtics leading by 5. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month. In 4th, the Celtics.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
First free throw is good. Some changes for Boston. Tatum, he's checked in for Williams. Brown comes in for Brad Wanamaker. And Walker subbed in for Edwards. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Detroit. And so he makes both from the line. So it's Detroit now. 7-point differential. Brown against Rose. Up top, Morris. Kicks it to Frazier. Shot clock at 6. To halt the run. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Frazier's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Tatum. Brown outside. Tatum deciding where to go with it. It's stolen by Morris. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And it's Rose missing. Boston leading by 4. Here's Walker. 32 points for him last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys.
Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound, Detroit. Rose up on top, guarded by Walker. Rose passes to Kennard. Here's Wood. Pass to Morris. The putback clanks the putback jam. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Ogilvy. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Rose. The Celtics have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And the first one at the line is good. Well, Steve, we're just halfway through the season. What stands out to you so far in what you've seen?
Well, I think for me is those teams that are underdogs, they're overachieving. And some of those teams that we had out in front, we start to nitpick what's wrong with those guys. I think the halfway point is for teams both underachieving, overachieving to start to really kick in. And some of those teams do and some don't.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Pistons trailed by 5. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. The Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, the Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. He'll, I think, mix well with this team. Thank you. So the wing on the left. Drummond trying to get himself free. Nice fadeaway to get over the top. And 12 points for Blake Griffin.
When Blake gets on a roll, you have to watch out. This is a man who has found some rhythm, and he is not letting up.
There's Walker with the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Griffin's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And Drummond kicks to Kennard. And he's good on the 3 ball. Kennard's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. The Celtics have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Walker with it. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Now here's Brown. They swipe it. Down low. And there's the bucket from Tatum. Now it's a 7-point Celtic lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the pass to Drummond. Stolen by Walker. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Tatum leading the charge. And it's sent back by Drummond. Here's Kennard. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Enes Kanter.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam.
You know, a big change last season for Luke Kennard happened when he stopped worrying about taking bad shots. He was asked to be more proactive on offense and start creating chances for himself instead of waiting for the ball to be swung to him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Daniel Tice comes in for Kanter. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Shemi Ogilvy. And Smitty, that aggressiveness from Kennard, that's what the team wants from him.
He's a big part of their future. They need that from him. He may not be their number 1 or number 2 scorer, but he can be a very solid option off the bench or as a starter.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. And with the pause here, how about the stats for Kemba Walker? 16th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And like you were saying, one of the stronger scorers in the league. A tireless worker on the offensive end, and it's no wonder he's top 20 in points. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got 11 rebounds in the game. Griffin passes to Kennard. It's Drummond, high post. He kicks it to Galloway. Passes it to Kennard. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Right wing. 4 on the clock. It's hauled in by Brown.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Pistons trail by 4. Outside Griffin. Kicks it to Brown. Lobbed up there for Drummond. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now, here's Tice. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's foul number 2 for him. On defense, the Pistons. Now, here's Walker. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Brown.
Just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
Griffin inside, guarded by Tatum. Galloway kicks to Brown. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. They get the rebound. Drummond. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Boston's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Tatum's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Brown. Here's Kennard. Here's Drummond. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
This is what happens when Drummond gets the ball in deep. Either he makes the shot, gets fouled, or sometimes both.
Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
The first one falls. And fan heckling that crosses the line, Smitty. We saw the Utah Jazz ban someone for life. How can the NBA do a better job of protecting the players?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I think each organization, let's take our hat off to the Utah Jazz. They acted swiftly and quickly, and I love what they did. They banned the fan for life, and I think you got to get more of that. And also, I think, you know, as far as the NBA and also along with these teams, have some kind of pregame or, like you said, before the season starts, just to reinforcing and stating the rules.
Pass to Wanamaker. Hayward outside, trying to end the drought. Buries it from three-point range.
Hey, numbers don't lie. Catch and shoot equals high percentage. Gordon Hayward with a great look.
Pass to Kennard. And here is Drummond. Here's Griffin. Hits the outside fadeaway. Griffin's got 14 points.
A beautiful bounce pass on the deck. He put it only where his man could get it.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And Smitty, Blake Griffin stepping up his game in every way since joining the Detroit Pistons.
Kevin, last season was a career year in scoring, and he's doing so much on the floor. Rebounding and passing are a big part of his game now, and he's leading the way for this team in a lot of ways.
Some changes for Boston. Williams, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. And it's Edwards in for Brown. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Doomboy is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Andre Drummond with the wingspan of 7'6". It's going to be hard to get it over him.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Wanamaker. 5 points in the game. Williams passes to Wanamaker. The shot that time, not on target. Now the Pistons take it the other way. To the left wing. Galloway dishes to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
I saw that one in Griffin's eyes. He was ready to throw that one down.
Celtics trail by 3. Wanamaker the pass to Tice. 1:43 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Wanamaker. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Not a lot of flash to his game, but Galloway can surprise you with his first step.
Brown against Edwards. The pass to Hayward. Looking to end the run. Yes, that goes in. Hayward's got his second bucket tonight.
Beautiful concentration. Hayward not fazed with a hand in his face.
Passes it to Griffin. 50 seconds left now here in the second. Nice D from Williams.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Markieff Morris is checked in for Andre Drummond. Christian Wood comes in for Blake Griffin. Derrick Rose is checked in for Langston Galloway. And it's Frazier in for Brown. Now here's Edwards. 9 points in the game so far. And it's denied. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. Hayward passes to Tice. Celtics passing it around. 5 to shoot. Here's Edwards. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. Free throw good, Edwards. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Pistons leading. 19 seconds left in the first half of the game. And here's Rose. 5 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Looking to end his cold spell. Blake Griffin getting it done for Detroit. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Some incredible work in this one by Blake Griffin. He had 18 points, 4 assists, and 6 rebounds. There was a lot to like about his first 2 quarters in this one. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense honest. You have to mix it up. A little bit outside, a little bit inside. Now that separates teams.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, they've been getting worked on the glass. Out-hustled, out-muscled, out-bustled. Where's the fight? I know they got some tough matchups down low. But if they really want to win the game, they need to crash the boards way harder in the second half.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Blake Griffin in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Now here's Drummond. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Hard not to bite on Drummond's pump fake. You have to get up quick to have any chance to contest his shot.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Free throw good, Drummond.
Well, now when you foul Drummond, he can hurt you a little bit at the line. He's much improved.
That one misses. Boston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Hayward dishes to Tatum. The kick out to Walker. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. The first free throw is good. Griffin hits them both. So it's the Celtics now. Now Walker. Hayward outside. Takes a three. It's Drummond with the rebound. Here's Snell. Dishes to Drummond. It's deflected.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
And finished off by Brown.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now here's Griffin. 20 points for him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Kemba Walker picks one up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
One of the bigger names on the free agent market this past year, Kemba Walker.
And it didn't take long for him to land with Boston to replace Kyrie. Hornets made an attempt but offered well below Kemba's value. I think Kemba's going to be a great fit in Boston.
That free throw good from Griffin. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Celtics trail by 3. Feeds it to Hayward. Some solid defense from Brown.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Here's Kennard. 6 points for him. Here's Drummond. Hits the jump hook. Drummond's got 11 points.
Finally getting one to fall. They were 0 for 3 to start this half.
Walker finds Hayward. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Launches a three. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Walker.
And this is why you gave Hayward big money, not just a score in this offense.
Brown the pass to Kennard. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. 8 points for him. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And Walker kicks to Brown. For 3, Hayward. Rebounded by the Pistons. Drummond's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Here's Snell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And Snell is an effective floor spacer, a consistent threat to drop it in from outside.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Walker dishes to Hayward. Takes the 13-footer. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Brown against Walker. Brown the pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. Here's Griffin. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Tatum. Here's Walker. Goes back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
Moves on moves. Greg, that's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
First one falls for him. The guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
And so Tatum nails them both.
Earning all rookie first team honors after a brilliant first year, Tatum quickly became a fan favorite.
Brown the pass to Drummond. Griffin trying to get open, and there's Drummond. That's good on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 4 assists in the game. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Bruce Brown, as a rookie, was a fantastic role player for the Pistons. Came in looking to provide plus defense and played with energy to spark the team.
Let's take a look at the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. These guys have been grabbing rebounds in bunches to lead the NBA over the last 10 games. Number 1, Andre Drummond.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Offensive rebound. Celtics trail by 7. Pass to Brown. Griffin against Tatum. Pass to Cantor. Here's Ogilvy. Hands it from downtown. Ogilvy's got 14 points for the game.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Brown feeling it out a bit. There's the pass to Griffin. Over Tatum. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Brown drives in. And the dunk by Brown.
And really, Brown is astonishing when he takes it inside. The defense does not know what to do with it.
Pass to Kennard. Releases. Here's Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
Now here's Tatum. He has 7, and that one is good. 9 points for Kemba Walker.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
On the wing, Brown. Guarded by Tatum. Here's Ogilvy. And it's all evened up. 16 points for him.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
Here's Griffin. Drummond trying to get himself free. Griffin can't get it to go in. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Ogilvy, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Celtics lead by 2.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
In this half, a more entertaining one. The pace is picked up, tougher defense, better ball movement.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Griffin. Over Walker. Pocket 6. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Brown. Brown's got 5 assists tonight. Boston's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Walker. 9 points in the game so far. Takes the 13-footer. Tatum's shot is off. For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Here's Snell. Got a hand on it. It's Brown with the drive. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
That free throw, no good. Some changes for Boston. Williams, he's checked in for Tatum. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Brown. And it's Edwards in for Walker. And a different look here for the Pistons. Markieff Morris is checked in for Andre Drummond. Christian Wood comes in for Blake Griffin. Langston Galloway's checked in for Luke Kennard. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Tony Snell. So he comes up empty, missing both. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And he can't get the first one. Detroit making a switch here. Dumboy is checked in. He doesn't get the second one. Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Boston's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Edwards against Rose. It's tipped. Plays it up and banks it in. Rose has got 7 points in the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Yep, it counts.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Out to Morris from the arc. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 5 points in the game.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide open guy from the corner of his eye.
Here's Wanamaker. 5 points in the game. Here's Kanter. And he makes that one. Kanter's got 4 points this quarter.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Rose against Edwards. Rose in the post. He's got 7. Dumboya kicks to Rose. Unloads from 13. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Defense all over him. He keeps his cool because of his strength and size at that position.
Edwards passes to Kanter. Here's Wanamaker. He's covered by Rose. Edwards with it. 11 points in the game. Rose with some nice D. Pistons leading by 3. Galloway kicks to Rose. Morris against Cantor. Morris inside, and Morris throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And the first one drops. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Gordon Hayward comes in for Semi Ojeleye. And Detroit with a change here, too. Frazier's checked in. Good on both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Rose against Edwards. 14 feet away, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
All Rose needs is a small amount of space to operate. These shots are too easy for him.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 13. Rebounded by the Pistons. Woods got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Frazier. He dishes it to Galloway. That one doesn't go. Hayward with some nice D. Pass to Wanamaker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And he makes the first. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. Both shots good from the stripe. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Detroit Pistons. 3-point lead. And the pass to Frazier. Beyond the arc. And another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Wanamaker the pass to Tice. Hayward on the wing. Looking to get back on track here. And he gets the jumper to drop. Hayward's got 7.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And here's Rose. 11 points in the game. 6 to shoot. Out to the wing. Here's Frazier. And another 3 for Detroit. And so it's the Detroit Pistons heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Celtics trail by 7. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Pistons, we've got Markieff Morris. Rose is out there with Frazier. And it's Wood in at the four-man position. Here's Rose. After Gordon Hayward's bucket, Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Here's Galloway, defended by Hayward. Morris outside, 4 on the shot clock.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Boston's gone outside a lot tonight, 17 times in fact, 7 of 17. And Hayward gets it to go.
I like the tenacity from Gordon Hayward. This is a guy who is a gamer.
Rose passes to Morris. Over Tice. Bullseye. And the Pistons lead by 5. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Wanamaker. He's covered by Rose. There's Brown with the 3. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Frazier. Passes it to Galloway. The Pistons working the ball around now. Morris dishes to Rose. Another 3 for Detroit.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Wanamaker the pass to Hayward. And right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Tatum comes in for Williams. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. And a different look here for the Pistons. Andre Drummond's checked in for Morris. Blake Griffin comes in for Christian Wood. Tony Snell's checked in for Langston Galloway. And it's Luke Kennard in for Frazier. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Here's Snell. Shot clock at 2. Over Hayward. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Pistons lead by 7. Rose against Walker. Pass to Tatum. The kick out to Brown. And finished off by Brown.
And just awesome speed from Brown, blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
Pistons leading by 5. Pass to Snell. To the middle. From 13, Griffin's shot is off. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Celtics. Back to Tatum. Brown outside. Fires it up. Offensive rebound. Tice. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Tice has got his first basket of the night. Rose against Brown. Here's Griffin. Drummond. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Multi-time NBA rebound leader. Might want to think about putting a body on Drummond.
Walker surveying the floor. Now the pass to Tatum. Shoots over Griffin. The shot off that time. And it's Detroit the other way. The feet to Rose. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Brown kicks to Tatum. Passes to Tice. Hayward with the ball. Off target from three-point range. Griffin inside, guarded by Tatum. And the basket is good. Griffin's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pistons.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now, you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
For 3, Hayward bangs home the trifecta. Hayward's got 10 points in the quarter.
It's hard to believe, looking at the 3 ball now, there was a time Hayward might have turned down that shot.
Griffin finds Rose. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 5 assists in the game. Rose against Walker. Here's Tatum. Rebounded by the Pistons. Here's Kennard. Right side, Griffin. He feeds it to Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
It's one of those nights where Drummond's been heavily involved, and he's responding.
Walker the pass to Tice. He kicks to Tatum. Pass to Walker. There's the 3. Rebound Andre Drummond.
Aggressive closeout on a great jump shooter. That's how you defend against the 3.
Pass to Snell. Out left to the wing. To the paint. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And it's a 12-point Piston lead.
Wow, defensively, for some reason, they've come out flat here in the second half.
Here's Tatum. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Pistons now going the other way. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Tice. 3 on 3. Here's Hayward. Banked in off the glass. Hayward's got 14 points now in the second half.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
Here's Rose. Drummond trying to get himself free. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Walker kicks to Hayward. Tice passes to Walker. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a...
Oh, that was something else.
That was nasty.
I love the way of Griffin. Eye on the prize, going after the rim. Is either going to dunk it or you're going to foul him.
And the Celtics making a change here. Cantor's checked in. Brownie's checked in for Detroit. A free throw drops for Griffin. Austin with the ball. Down by 15. Brown kicks to Tatum. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Great D that time from Griffin.
He has gone ice cold this quarter, obviously not helping their cause.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Already a double-double machine, Drummond. With a little bit better offense, he could start putting up mad 20-20 lines.
Now here's Cantor. The pass to Walker. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
Snell dishes to Drummond. Brown outside. Poke loose. Griffin kicks to Brown. They get it back. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now here's Tatum. Feeds it to Brown. Hayward right side. Shot to stop the run. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Detroit leading by 19. Here's Griffin. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 30 points for Blake Griffin.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Now a timeout called by Boston. I saw this the other day, Steve. The NBA now helping to create the Basketball Africa League. 12 teams from across that terrific continent. I think it's pretty exciting.
It is. This is an incredible story. Great for the sport and great for the people of Africa.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Now, here's Walker. Passes it to Tice. Tatum on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. They could use a bucket. The shot, no good. Good D by Drummond. Snell, the pass to Griffin. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive and doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you. So it's the Pistons now. Kemba Walker hitting his 3 to go. Outside Griffin. Kennard, the pass to Griffin. Right side Rose. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Rose.
And the way Brown sprints toward the rim makes defenses nervous. He's so adept at drawing contact on his way to the bucket.
And for Jaylen Brown, part of the challenge last season, especially with the return of Gordon Hayward, was meeting the high expectations, Greg, in a reduced role.
Competition for minutes, and then early on, he struggled. We all see the potential, but it's really about seizing the moment every time you're on the court.
He misses the free throw.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. He hits the second from the line.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
Pass to Kennard. With the NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty, they'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more three-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking a lot about, room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Pistons.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Andre Drummond.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brown against Walker. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Tatum. This one for 3. It's good from long range.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, Blake. Another good night of work offensively. How does the team build on this?
Just keep that rhythm. We're not always going to hit shots every night. Some nights the shots aren't going to fall. So just keeping that rhythm, keeping the ball moving, talking on defense, and relying on each other.
Congrats on a great win, Blake. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.